find insight, guidance, and answers. Tune into Spirit with radio medium Laura Lee.
As you know, life is important on this show, and many of you call in looking for meaning, insight, direction, guidance to live a good life. But did you know when you are harmed and compensated that it is based on the way you live a normal life? What does that mean? Stay tuned for the Radio Medium series, Know Your Words, with my expert lawyer and owner of Kanowski Bresney Lawyers, Todd Bresney. Welcome back.
Thanks, Laura. How are you?
I'm good. So let's talk about what's it mean in the law by normal life.
So a lot of states have laws that tie in your ability, if you get harmed, to not only claim medical bills, out-of-pocket expenditures, lost wages, but also to be fully and fairly compensated for loss or diminishment, temporary or permanent, of what's known as a normal life. And that usually includes even the pursuit of pleasurable aspects of life. You know, if I choose to sit on the sofa and eat Cheetos all day, that's normal for me. And if you harm me so I can't do that anymore, then you have to fairly and fully compensate me. The whole idea is to make you whole again. What you were, what you could be, what you had the right to do. I mean, when you get harmed, you can't walk, you can't sit, you can't lay, you can't sleep well. So all these things tie into your pleasurable aspects of life. I mean, who could be having fun at a family gathering if they're in pain?
So can you give us an example of a client in regards to normal life?
Sure. I had a client who had a very unusual life, which is competitive sports, competition where you train year round, not for a professional football or baseball team, but like marathon races, triathlons, things of that nature. And he did well enough that he's able to support his family and make a good living at it. And unfortunately, when things happen and people negligently or failing to use reasonable care caused major harms to him, that life was no longer on the table. And that actually ended up in a very large 7-figure result for that man. No one has the right to take that away, and certainly no company has a right to diminish the value of what was lost.
How does the court measure that, since everybody has a different, quote, normal life?
Well, they do what most states do, which is from a jury of your peers, and they're required to follow the law, whether they think it's a good law or not, to sit there and listen to the evidence, and then decide, what is this value? And it's the hardest thing of all trials because there isn't a book. There isn't a standard. As human beings, we value ourselves much, much less than we do material possessions. We shouldn't, because, time and life are two of the most precious, rarest resources we have. And using our capitalistic system that we have, if they're precious and they're rare, then they should be the most expensive.
What is one takeaway that you could suggest to everybody about increasing their value of their normal life?
Do what makes you happy and just be mindful of every moment of every day. And, life, it's like a storm. One moment you're basking in the sun and the next you're shattered upon the rocks. That's a Dumas quote. And the fact of the matter is that is life. So whatever we choose to do, we're going to have these hardships. We get through them. That's what creates who we are. But we don't have to go out and accept what's happened to us. 100% of my clients over 28 years have all said money is insignificant compared to what they lost. If they could just go back and have what they had, they would do it in a heartbeat. And then that begs the question, then why give it? Because coming back with a full and fair compensation under the law gives you purpose. It tells you that what you lost was valuable, that you are something. And quite frankly, at least money can be spent to put you at least close to the type of life you have the ability to live under normal life.
Thank you for sharing. That's a lot to think about.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it is. So with that, Todd Bresney, where can people find you?
At 888, the letter U, count, and then the number 2, or BresneyLaw.com, BRESNEY law.com.
If you like this episode and you want more, don't forget to subscribe, share it with your family and friends, and hey, leave us a review. And you can tune into your spirit each and every day by subscribing to the podcast on your favorite forum.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No